Very well. Let us begin. I would like to introduce to you to our friend. This is the Buga sphere. It's a sphere that is in hands of civil society for the first time. It was filmed while it was levitating over the city of Buga in Colombia, very close to Cali. And that fortunately, the people who were filming this sphere saw it descend just a few feet away. And they were able to recover it. They went over to the spot and picked it up. And that's how we know that there's no doubt whatsoever that it's the same sphere that was filmed. It's a sphere that has been tested preliminarily in Mexico by scientists, Mexican scientists. I would like to clear that Rodolfo Garrido, who's an engineer, and people like Dr. Stephen Greer, like Congressman Eric Burlson, that give us the honor of being here with us. We thank you so much for being here with us. Same as Daniel Sheehan. We are so excited to have you here with us, such an important lawyer. Thank you for being here with us. Moreover, I am very excited, I am very proud to come to this point in my career where finally I can exhibit an anomalous object in my own perspective is a non-human device. We still have to do more analysis on it. We still have to prove it. Nevertheless, what we have found thus far suggests to me the possibility that it's a non-human device. And if we can prove this scientifically, we've taken a larger step for the acceptance that we are not alone in this universe, that we are being visited, and that we are many of different societies, civilizations that exist out there in the universe. I think the time is now to accept this reality. Congressman Burlison is at the head with Congressman Ana Paulina Luna, the efforts that have a lot of importance at congressional level. Believe me that there are different interests, and this is not easy at all, but we're giving it our best shot as a society, as a human race. And this is the reason why I'm asking the support from different parts of society, different parts of science, so that we can understand this fully.
Our team here is to confirm research doing, to consult about further tests, and to do whatever we can do here. I think for the reason of OPSEC or operational security, it should be in Mexico and not in the United States, frankly, because I operate in the United States and it's very difficult. That's the epicenter of the global security state keeping this secret. Not that there aren't components here, but there it is a problem. So much so that members of Congress are routinely denied information. So I think that the other point is the scientific studies, what we want to do would include looking at certain isotopes that would determine if those metals appeared and originated off-planet or on-planet. It's very difficult to do, it's expensive, but that's what we're going to try to do. We want to try to carbon date it from the polymer if we can get enough. We want to be able to also advise on certain physics tests that can be done. And the gentleman mentioned spinning it and what have you. We have some ideas about that. One thing as to remember, an extraterrestrial device is very different from a manufactured human 21st century. And here's how. They are usually of one part. The components are all seem to be melded together and appear as one, whereas a man-made object is this part, this part, this part. So there are man-made UFOs that are known as alien reproduction vehicles. We have a lot of them. We started making them. My uncle was Northrop Grumman. Lockheed has them, Raytheon. Those are parts and pieces, and they look like a manufactured object. The extraterrestrial vehicles are seamless. They tend to be similar to this. This has some differentiation, and they tend to have the functional components integrated as if it came out of a singular mold. Now, manufacturing this extraterrestrial involves a type of what's called trans-dimensional physics, where you set up an energy field and it aggregates the materials together and forms it as a whole, as opposed to us digging something up and welding it together in a machine shop. So we know the difference between extraterrestrial, say, manufacturing and 21st century human manufacturing. Now the question is, there have been extraterrestrial involvement with this planet for probably millions of years, certainly for millennia, and is this object from a prior extraterrestrial involvement, or even an ancient civilization that lived here that was perhaps even human or part human that made these? This is why we want to be able to date it. If it's 5,000 years old or 2,000 years old, that's a huge bit of data, because at that point you realize, well, it can't be anything made recently, and therefore, how was it made? Because aluminum has I think it needs 10,000 degrees to smelt it. We didn't have aluminum until pretty recently, and other components. The other question is looking for various elements that may not be even in our periodic table. So in other words, it could have elements in it, but this is very, very esoteric level of astro science and physics, where you have to employ very specific labs, and the labs receiving it will not know it came from this. So what we're going to do is more like a double blind situation. But the testing laboratories will have no idea the origin. But no, the device, I think, should remain here in secure hands. At some point, we do want to figure out the physics of it, because one of my objectives why I left my medical career was when I realized that they were keeping this cabal of fascists and sociopaths have been hiding from us, the people, the means to have free energy, no pollution, no poverty within 20 years. And look at the world that we have now. And I'd just like to recognize the courageous people who picked it up and brought it. Now, there have been spheres found before, and in the United States, special forces thugs go in and get them. And people have been killed possessing them. Very smart. They can keep it safe, and that you also disclose it. It's transparent. Everything goes out. My assessment of this is pending, but it's certainly real. It's using an energy field, and what we probably say is electrogravitic, which means a type of anti-gravity effect from the electromagnetic forces. And whether it is a purely extraterrestrial origin or a mix of an ancient human extraterrestrial development, there are 4 or 5 possibilities. And this is what we want to look at. If we can get some of the materials and get carbon dating, we can, from the polymer, then we will know how old it is. If it predates this kind of manufacture, it'll be extraordinary. So I think there's a lot of investigation. We have some really good scientists here with us who can do those research with you and confirm and help and join forces with your effort. So my own sense of this is that it's obviously real, it's anomalous. We have seen these sort of spheres before, and I just want to share, 2 days ago, we debriefed a Green Beret he was in a subterranean facility trained in Indiana. It's a naval weapons station, and this is a top Green Beret, not many years ago. And he was taken underground, very deep, and it was shown several extraterrestrial devices, one of which had a device, like a translucent, almost like a small iPad, but extraterrestrial. And it was putting up above that screen a series of letters or symbols, deep ink black. And they are on this sphere, 4 or 5 of them. It was very unusual. Now this gentleman, he didn't have any association with those symbols until he saw the sphere. And in the interview 2 days ago, when we were in Los Angeles, I'm not going to disclose his name right now. His information is going to investigation law enforcement group in the United States I'm working with that are looking into the criminal aspects of the secrecy of this. But he said these are exactly the symbols that were floating above this device in the air about a foot. And that they had some effect on his awareness, and he thought it had something to do with activation of DNA and consciousness, some very unusual effect. So, very interesting new testimony. It was very surprising to us, and I want to share that with you. And so we're going to continue these investigations. But I think this is a very significant object, and the other gentleman was correct. We have 700 plus whistleblowers and people in the United States now coming forward. We have a lot of evidence. We do have some physical evidence that wasn't correct. But something like this we have never had. Because usually these get confiscated by thugs, criminals. And so, good for you. You've done great work, all of you. I'm very proud to be here with you. Thank you very much.
This effort, we've been blocked in Congress. We've been blocked from receiving the briefings that we need. And so I think that it's long overdue. Look, it's not any government's right to protect any knowledge about extraterrestrial or non-human intelligence if it exists. And so we have too many people reporting things, we have too many videos coming out to ignore it. I think I have a responsibility and oversight to investigate it and do my due diligence, and that's why I'm here. So thank you for hosting this. It's a remarkable, it's very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what the studies come.
I'm Sheehan. I am an attorney in the United States. I was one of the co-founders at Harvard Law School of the Civil Rights Law Review. We've been dedicated ever since then, in 1968, to trying to protect the rights of the people against a national security state in the United States that has been capturing all the information, have been capturing the witnesses, have been capturing the technologies, and trying to conceal them from the people. I was fortunate enough when President Carter was elected to be invited to participate in the original investigation that President Carter launched to try to find out about the UFO phenomenon and any potential extraterrestrial intelligence, because he was informed by the national security state people in the United States that he had no right to know about this phenomenon. And one of the things that Jaime Maussan has been dedicated to his entire life is trying to get the information for the people. And that's the key to this thing. As all of the people know about it, that all the way back when he was the host of 60 Minutes, when they tried to stop him from showing the people the actual videos that he had of the UFO phenomenon that came here and stopped him, tried to stop him from showing that to the people, but he broke through and insisted upon making that information available to the people. That's why I am here. I am here from the United States as an attorney working with the investigative group that is going to be doing this, and we're going to take steps to make certain that the United States government and other national security elements around the planet cannot get custody of this technology, cannot stop us from doing an independent investigation of this technology and determining exactly what it is. And we're going to be completely professional about it. We're not making any assumptions about what it is. We know that it's not normal. This is not normal. This is moving in a particular way that has not been suspended by any balloons or any kind of craft. This is on its own, moving in a way that's in opposition to normal gravity. It's an anomalous phenomenon, and we're going to investigate it, and we're working very closely with members of Congress. That's why Congressman Burlson is here today to assure you that there are people, elected officials in all governments around the world who are dedicated to trying to get this information and be accurate about it and make it available to the people. So this investigation is beginning now. This particular device is being investigated and analyzed. You saw in the videos that there's another one that's flying around that is actually active in the area here down in Colombia. That we're going to be seeing what we can do to monitor that one to determine whether or not it's actually receiving any signals, whether it's emitting any signals. We have one here. We have the other one potentially under surveillance as soon as we can. And we're going to be making this available to the people. This is open access. This is all open access to the people. So you're here now at the beginning of this extraordinarily important investigation. We're welcoming you all into it. We're bringing the evidence to you as we gather it. And we can all thank Jaime Maussan for dedicating his life to getting this information to the people. So we're here to help him. Thank you very, very much.
What's your conclusion? I think it's the most complete case that we have of anomalous phenomena. We have all three. We have the video, we have eyewitness testimony, and we have the physical evidence. With a purpose and with ethics, we can do a serious investigation which would lead us to many good conclusions. This is unprecedented in history. It divided the UFO community in two. It's the first time that private citizens have one of these objects in their possession, obtaining private research studies from different schools. Do we have convincing evidence that this demonstrates that it's a hoax? No, we have no evidence demonstrating that this was a hoax. We have the witnesses, we have the scientists, we have the researchers here. And who are the people that are here courageously appearing? Thanks to your effort, Jaime, we have now marked a before. Of course, NASA says that there are anomalous objects in space. We know they're there. We don't know what they are. We know they're round. Many of them are round. And recently we witnessed a video where the orbs, the round orbs, are constantly seen in outer space. And when we have one in our possession, well, we have to become excited. We have to study it. I think that we have to separate this phenomena in three different stages. One is witness testimony, one is video, and one is physical evidence. We have physical evidence, which is being analyzed through scientists. We have video as well. And our job is to analyze those images. And we have the first witness accounts who are concerned about becoming public, about saying their names out loud on TV. So ufology has not evolved over the past 80 years. Everybody has the same limiting factors. What Jaime Maussan did is open a channel on TV to be able to transmit the truth, a complete investigation, investigation of the research, and there's still a lot more that needs to be done. You think it ends with the videos? No, it's just the beginning. When we introduce this to the world, it's the first time private citizens present the physical evidence for them to reach their own conclusions if we're alone in this universe or not. Maussan managed that. Maussan managed to gather the most serious scientists around the world in this press conference, and we hope that our American colleagues will also give seriousness to this phenomenon.